Have you ever been working on your social enterprise, on your business, trying to create a little more impact, trying to earn enough revenue to keep it going, but there's just some part you aren't able to do on your own? Well, that's where partners come in. On this episode of Strategy Made Simple, we're going to be talking about the social business model canvas and partners. Welcome to Strategy Made Simple. So businesses might partner together for a variety of reasons. First and foremost, there's operational reasons, so that they can get the work done. They might try to do more of the same kind of work to build up an economy of scale, or they might try to specialize so that they can find optimization and do that little piece of work better. Another reason why businesses might partner together is to reduce their risk or the uncertainty that comes with a certain line of business. This is often why chambers of commerce or other industry groups band together. In this way, each member of a group like this might contribute a small portion of the effort or resources needed to work towards some broader goal, like political advocacy or creating some kind of industry standard. It's also common for research and development, when a new technology might be too much for any one organization to work on. Multiple organizations can come together, and then they can each contribute small amounts towards an innovation that might be beneficial for the whole industry. And then, each of the members, as they're a part of building up this innovation, they get to have some of the benefits of early adoption, of understanding what's behind the technology. Another reason why businesses might partner together is to have access to a different kind of resource that they otherwise wouldn't be able to have. A big example is with movies and franchising. If you see a big franchise like, say, Spider-Man, then studios often license the character or the intellectual property so that they can create a movie using an existing franchise with an existing fan base. The partners are then both interested in producing good content because the production studio wants to produce good content so that they can continue to earn revenue on the property and continue to license the property. And the property holder wants the movie to do well so that their property increases in value and they get a little cut of the revenue of the overall movie. And when we're talking about access to resources, it can be any kind of resource. It can be material, physical. There's a whole video in this series on resources, and you can go check that out if you'd like some more examples. Now that we've explored the reason why some organizations might partner together, there are four main types of partnerships that happen between business entities. First, there's partnership between non-competitors. For example, when Strategy Made Simple puts in a proposal for some consulting work, it's very common that we partner with other experts who have different expertise than we bring, and we work together to complete a contract. This allows us access to the resources or information that another group or consultant might bring. And because of this partnership, we're able to do more or different kinds of work. Next, there's strategic cooperation between competitors, or co-petition, as it's stated in business model generation. In this scenario, you'll have competitors that are working together jointly on a project that then benefits both organizations. Within the social enterprise world, one of the ways we see this is between Build Inc. and Purpose Construction in Winnipeg. Together, they're able to bid on much larger contracts than they'd be able to bid on individually. This allows them to take on bigger jobs and to have a broader impact in the construction industry within Winnipeg. Next, there are joint ventures to form new businesses. Diversity Foods in Winnipeg is an example of this in action. Seed Winnipeg and the University of Winnipeg Community Renewal Corporation banded together to build this organization that provides food services for the University of Winnipeg when school is in session, and in other locations around the city when it's not. This kind of partnership was selected because neither of the organizations would be able to do it or take on the risk individually, but together they had both the expertise and the support to be able to actually put together an organization like this. In addition, neither of these organizations were specialized into providing food services, and by creating this new organization together, they're able to have one that focuses and does that specifically. It's able to specialize and focus on that work. And finally, we have partnerships between buyers and suppliers, so that supply is more regular for the buyers, and so that the suppliers have a more regular and steady form of income. This is often seen when there's a long-term relationship between a buying company and a supplying company. As the relationship builds, both companies see each other as reliable sources, and they're more willing to work together so that they can continue to operate together. As the relationship goes on, the supplier might be more willing to make customizations or changes to an order that the buyer has, because there's that established relationship. And the buyer might be more lenient with the supplier, so that they know that they will continue to have a reliable source of their product or their supplies going forward. And there we have it, the 4 different kinds of partnerships. We have partnership between non-competitors, we have partnership between competitors, we have joint ventures to create new businesses, and we have buyer and supplier partnerships. And now on to our case study. Today, we're talking about Habitat for Humanity Restores. The Habitat for Humanity Restore is an excellent example of partnerships because they have so many different kinds of partnerships involved in their operations. Habitat for Humanity is a charity that exists so that people have access to good quality housing. Now, the way they provide this housing is they have experts in construction and trades and many volunteers who help with the building of the homes. In addition, people who want to receive these homes have to contribute in some way to the broader organization, widely known as sweat equity. This is often done by volunteering with the organization. After somebody has put in the sweat equity and they qualify for one of these homes, Habitat for Humanity works with them so that they're able to afford the monthly payments and so that they can continue to live in this home. And the Restore exists as a partner for Habitat for Humanity, as a place to earn some revenue by selling some of the excess materials from these builds, or as a way to receive donations from the broader community and other industry partners. The Restore earns enough revenue to cover its own operations, and then it sends the maximum allowable profit back to Habitat for Humanity to cover and go against the administrative costs of the organization. It's a wonderful symbiotic relationship between these 2 organizations, and it contributes to an overall stability between them. Now, looking at the social business model canvas, we start with key partners. Habitat for Humanity is their primary partner. It's a parent company and the reason that they exist. The Restore operates as its social enterprise, and it adds social value in that it reduces the environmental cost of construction by finding a way to use these excess materials, and it earns revenue for the parent organization. The Restore also provides other benefits to Habitat for Humanity in that the revenue from the Restore covers most of the administrative costs of the organization. Habitat for Humanity is able to say a higher percentage of the donations from public sources go towards building homes. Other partners for the Restore include the industry partners that send them materials. They have partnerships with a variety of construction material businesses, such as those that make residential doors, or that make drywall or tile, etc., etc. And they're able to receive some donations from those organizations and sell it at the Restore. The construction suppliers in this partnership benefit by being able to associate themselves with Habitat for Humanity and the positive reputational boost that comes with it. The Restore also has partnerships with every local community where they have a physical store. This is because the local community often brings in donations that can be used in either housewares or in construction. The key activities for the Restore include selling new and used building materials, furniture, appliances, and other housewares to the general public. The Restore has a variety of resources, human resources including the staff and volunteers that work in the stores, the physical resources of the goods themselves, intellectual resources of the processes and procedures. They also have significant financial resources coming from the reserves that they earn through the sale of these goods. The costs associated with the Restore include fixed costs like rent, utilities, and salaries, and the variable costs are likely any promotions or marketing that they might produce. The revenue for the Restore comes primarily from selling the donated construction materials, housewares, and other furniture. Now, the value proposition for the Restore is that they are socially conscious, they're reducing the impact on the environment from construction, and they're able to repurpose these materials. The social benefit of people receiving homes through the partnership with Habitat for Humanity, and that the customer is able to get high quality construction materials and furniture for a lower cost. The primary customer group that they're trying to appeal to are lower income people who are trying to furnish or build a home with a lower cost. Their customer segments likely include contractors and homeowners. The Restore has a variety of relationships. They have the relationships with their customers that are transactional and often short-term, where they will help the customer with what they need immediately, and then the customer will go and use it, whatever they purchase. And I expect that they have a longer-term relationship with their donors, where they have more communication, where they keep tabs on who their donors are and what they care about, so that they can be encouraged to donate again in the future. And finally, we get to channels. Customers hear about the Restore primarily through word of mouth or through a connection to Habitat for Humanity, or they hear a promotion, whether it's through their website, radio, or outside the storefront. So as we see in the case study, the Restore has partnerships between non-competitors, as well as buyer-supplier partnerships, so that they have more stability and that they're able to better achieve their mission. Now, through these partnerships, the Restore is able to reduce its risk and the risk to its parent organization, Habitat for Humanity. They're able to find efficiency and to do this kind of work extremely well. And they're able to get access to resources that they otherwise wouldn't have. Thank you for watching. If you found this episode helpful, please share it with somebody else. Strategy Made Simple exists to help social enterprises create more impact by building better businesses and marketing them confidently. If you'd like help with business development or marketing specifically for social enterprise, please reach out to Matthew at strategymadesimple.ca or look at our website for more information, strategymadesimple.ca. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns about this episode, please tweet at me, at Matthew Rempel. If you're looking for a place to connect with other people in the social economy, people who are trying to use business as a force for good, please join us at Social Economy Connect. It's a free network that we host to build up the social economy and help connect people within it. Now, as you go to build new partnerships to do more efficiently, or to reduce your risk, keep it simple.